We knew it would be a fight to the finish for the Central Division crown, and so far this series, the Sox and the Twins have not disappointed. After an offensive onslaught for Ron Gardenhire's group in Game 1, Ozzy's crew answered last night as they came up with Game 2, a 6-1 victory behind a masterful performance by Johnny Danks, and now have regained the top spot in the Central. Tonight is a very important Act 3 of this division rivalry, and it's next on Comcast Sportsnet. From the City Beautiful, Chicago, Illinois, Comcast Sportsnet presents White Sox Baseball. It's Paul Konerko, Alex Rios, and Ozzie Guillen's White Sox as they get set to butt heads with Joe Mauer, Mike Cuddyer, and Ron Gardenhire's Minnesota Twins. Hi, everybody, and welcome. With Steve Stone, I'm Ken Harrelson as we get set to bring you the finale of this three-game set, and it will be the rubber match. In the opener, behind 5 home runs, Minnesota won that ball game 12-6. Then last night, Johnny Danks was just being Johnny Danks. His changeup was outstanding. He kept it down, completely dominated this Minnesota Twin offense, which is leading the American League in hitting at .281. Sox won that game 6-1. So the Sox and the Twins both at 64 and 50, tied for the lead. And tonight, Gavin Floyd. Gavin
Floyd has been red hot. He's been one of the toughest pitchers to hit in the major leagues. And his record this year, 8-8 with an ERA of 3.49. That's deceiving because in the last 12 starts, he's given up a grand total of 11 runs. And so as Gavin has gotten hot, the team has gotten just as hot. This is a big one for him tonight. 4-5 lifetime against the Twins with an ERA that's respectable. And they have a load of left-hand power. Let's see if he can control it tonight with a good curveball. Francisco Liriano goes to the mound for Minnesota. He's 10-7. His ERA 3.33. Liriano has one oddity about him. If the first man gets on, he has problems in the first inning and gives up a few runs. We'll have to see if Juan Pierre can solve the riddle, and if he can, we're going to win 2 of 3.
All right, sit back, relax, and strap it down. White Sox baseball coming your way.
Welcome into U.S. Cellular Field. I'm Sarah Kustak. Now, the White Sox coming off of a big win last night in large part thanks to the stellar outing of John Danks. Southsiders are hoping to get the same out of Gavin Floyd tonight. Now, over the past 2 months, Floyd has been the picture of consistency, going 6-2 with a 1.19 ERA over that span, coming a long way from a rough start to the beginning of the season.
It was one of those things that, you felt like you were making good pitches, and you felt like your mind and your focus was there, but I think it was missing a little conviction. Just going through the season and just thankful to turn it around and just to be on the positive side of things. Nobody wants to fail. Nobody wants to go through that. But I think it got built character and definitely I think I'm stronger because of that.
You have only one loss in your last 10 starts. You haven't given up more than 2 runs in any of those games. What do you think has been working so well for you and why you've been so effective at the mound?
I think not having any expectations. I go out there and I believe that God has a plan. I just kind of go out there and play for Him and just keep my focus and try to have conviction with every pitch. And I just do that and it's in His hands. I don't try to put pressure on myself, and I just go out there and try to keep my focus and conviction and give it my all.
There has been a lot of hype surrounding this Minnesota Twins series. Also, as the season continues on, the pressure builds. How do you handle that pressure, and how do you kind of just maintain the same positive momentum that you've had going as the season continues on and gets tighter and tighter with this division race?
Yeah, these 3 games, they are big, but, in the big scheme, we still have a lot of games left, and, whatever happens here, what happens, and you just move on, you want to get these wins and get on top, and put yourself in a better position, but, whatever happens, you just, it is a big series, but you don't try to put too much pressure. When you're out there on the ball field, you don't even think about that. You just try to do your job and try to, keep your focus, and nothing changes like any other games.
Gavin Floyd facing Francisco Liriano in the Sox and Twins series finale. And Sony have the call for you right after the break here on Comcast Sportsnet.
Allstate. Sox and Twins come in tied at 64 and 50 atop the AL Central. And Ron Gardner is going to line up this way with his Twins. Denard Span leading off, and it's Hudson, Mauer, Kubel, Kadaya, Jim Thome the DH, with Young, Valencia, and Casilla tonight at shortstop. The defense behind Gavin Floyd, Pierre Rios and Quentin left to right with Vizquel, Ramirez, Beckham, and Konerko. A.J. Przinsky behind the plate, and the Toyota starting pitcher is Gavin Floyd. Gavin Floyd looking to go above 500 for the year. He's been red hot lately. Looking for win number 9, that ERA 3.5. And left-handers have had all kinds of problems with that breaking ball. The game conditions. Beautiful night, 83 degrees, 63% humidity, winds out of the southeast, 5 to 10, fair and humid. And the umpires for the game tonight. Tim Welke behind the plate, Jim Reynolds at first, Bill Welke at second, Mike DeMuro at third. And on a gorgeous night for baseball, we're ready to play, and I'm ready to turn over to my play-by-play partner, Hawk Harrelson.
All right, Stone Pony, thank you. And once again, everybody, welcome to White Sox baseball right here on Comcast Sportsnet. As first pitch fastball strike to Denard Span. Rubber match of this 3-game set. Twins took the opener 12-6 behind 5 home runs, and last night Johnny Danks just shut them down. Span fouls that one away, and very quickly the count 0-2. Minnesota comes in, same record as our Sox, 64-50. They're leading this league in hitting at .281. They have a 3.95 team ERA. On the road, they are 31-30.
Denard Span has had a stranglehold on Gavin Floyd in his career.
9 for 17. He's 2 for 10 in this series.
Went off last night's game with a double, and then ran himself out of what could have been a decent inning. It wasn't. And Johnny Danks got out of the first and then sailed after that.
Got a breaking ball inside, and the count 1-2. And here at beautiful USA, the field 330 down the left field line, 335 down the right field line, 375 in the gaps, and 400 straight away center. And breaking ball, he got it up. And fortunately, Span just fouled it off.
The question is always with Gavin is when that curveball is going to come to him. That's not one of his better ones. That was a roller. You keep Span off base, you take a great deal of their running game away from them.
And a big 6'6" right-hander. That's a little can of corn. One down.
This is a Minnesota team this year that's only swiped 44 bases, which is most un-Minnesota-like. But remember, they are out of the dome in the great outdoors. And Span has 18 of those.
That'll bring up the switch hitting second baseman Orlando Hudson, hitting at .284. 4 homers. He's driven in 29. Takes that pitch upstairs. Hudson 2 for 8 in the series. Lifetime against Gavin is 2 for 6. And that is a souvenir. That's going to be in the, well, it was for a second.
The fan knocked it straight down.
He tried to catch it. I hope they were looking up.
Jeez. I think it landed right into that fellow's concessionaire.
And that pitch is fouled back. So the count 1-2.
That's been one of the secrets of Gavin's success throughout this 12-start run is the fact that he's been ahead of most every one of the hitters.
That breaking ball inside to even the count of 2. The 2-2 pitch. No walks.
Big out because you always want to face Joe Mauer with nobody on. In the absence of Justin Morneau, Mauer has started to take over offensively. And along with Delman Young, they're starting to drive in a whole lot of runs.
That ball is out of here. So he worked the count 3-2. He fouled off some pitches. More pitches you see, the more dangerous become, and it is 1-0 Twins.
5th home run, 30th run driven in. That's the first home run this year that Orlando Hudson has hit from the left side. Fastball low and out over the plate. This gives you an idea of a guy who hasn't hit a home run this year hits one out this easily. It's going to be a very lively night.
That's only the 9th home run that Gavin has thrown this year. So here's Joe Mauer. Takes a strike. Fastball in the outside corner. Bauer hitting at .327, 7 homers. He's driven in 62. 5 for 9 with a homer in this series. And lifetime against Gavin has faced him 29 times, 8 hits. 7 stayed in the park. 0-2 the count to the 27-year-old receiver.
Gavin's had good luck with the 3-time batting champion. Largely by throwing that fastball in on his hands and trying to crowd it.
Well, if you don't pitch him inside, you're nuts. It's just that simple. You deserve what you get. He's setting up in there, and there's a little chopper 2 hopper. 2 down.
Here's another guy that's given Gavin some problems. He's given a few people some problems.
Kubel is hitting .267, 16 homers. He's driven in 70. 2 for 6 in this series with a homer. Then lifetime against Gavin. 10 for 28 with 3 homers. The better the hitter, the more you got to pitch him inside. The better the hitting team, the more you got to pitch him inside. One and one to count. And that's low. A beautiful evening here in a beautiful city. Not a cloud in the sky. Mercy. And the count evens at 2.
Threw that high fastball right by. Pretty good fastball hitter.
Kubel, born in Belfourche, South Dakota. Now resides in Calabasas, California. And the 2-2. He gone. But the home run by Orlando Hudson. And after half inning of play, it's the Twinkies 1 and the good guys coming to bat.
Here leading off, then Ramirez, Rios, Canerco, Carlos Quinn in right field, AJ, Viciedo, Vizquel, and Gordon Beckham. We'll look at the defense and how they'll line up behind Liriano, left to right, Youngspan and Kubel in the infield, Valencia, Casilla, Hudson, and Kadire. Joe Mauer behind the plate. The Toyota starting pitcher is Francisco Liriano. There you look at the numbers. Left-handers doing nothing against him. He hasn't given up a home run for 90-some innings. In fact, all year long, 2 home runs in 140 innings. It's somewhat remarkable.
And before we show you our picks to click, you at home select yours. As that first pitch up high to Juan Pierre. Juan comes in hitting at 266, a homer. He's driven in 28. 1 for 6 lifetime off Liriano. That's popped up right at home plate, so a quick out.
Pretty good idea with a left-hander that falls off the mound to the third base side. He wanted to drag it up the right side by Liriano, put the pressure on Hudson, but he popped it up.
Here's Alexei hitting at 289, 11 homers. He's driven in 45. 3 for 7 with a couple of RBIs in the series, and lifetime against Liriano, he's liked him, 6 for 11.
Liriano has a great slider. When he first came up out of the San Francisco organization, traded as just a young man to these Twins, his stuff was otherworldly.
See ya. Makes a nice play to get him 2 down. And right now, let's check out our picks to click, which you at home can play if you tune into the Felco pregame live each night. See Ozzy's lineup, then click in. Tonight, the Sox fans watching a picked, I should say, Jay Pierzynski. Jim Angio, our director and the crew, are taking Gordon Beckham. Stone Pony's going with Alex Rios and the Magnificent Seven. Pete Catazone, Mike Spadali, and Wiz, Mike Mazza, Tom Sheridan, the Bertucci boys. We're going to go with Paul Konerko. Alex hitting at 298, 17 homers, 66 driven in. There's a bullet base hit. You can cancel the postgame show.
Well, this is a night where it's going to put that home run streak to a substantial test. That fastball on the inner part of the plate. Alex turns on it, drives it in the hole. And it's a man aboard.
Paulie 2 for 7 in the series, hitting at 302, 28 long ones and 78 driven in. Paulie has 4 hits and 14 at bats against Liriano. Half of those left the premises.
Liriano gave up 2 home runs on May 20th in Boston to the Red Sox. And those were the only home runs he's given up this year.
Just a short lead by Alex. Pulls the string, checks it up, and the count 2-0.
Francisco came back from Tommy John surgery, and during the course of his career, to show you how good the stuff has been, he's averaged 9.4 strikeouts per 9 innings for a career, which is pretty impressive.
Three and 0 the count.
You give him the 3-0 green light with 2 out?
I would, but they're not.
Liriano has 9 wild pitches this year, but he's walked only 44 to go with 156 strikeouts.
Taking all the way, and the count 3-1. Outfield slightly to the left. Three-one pitch.
That was that good back foot slider. This looks like a fastball till the last instant. and then just dives low and in. Good stop by Maurer. That one could have easily have gone to the screen. It didn't.
Well, the scouting on our team is not too hard to figure out on 3-0. They don't hit 3-0.
No.
So all of a sudden now he gets the strike. He gets back into the at-bat, so to speak, and now he can throw anything he wants to throw. Two out in the payoff pitch. And that's ball 4. So 2 on, 2 out. Here comes Carlos.
He's the man who got us going last night.
Funny how certain managers, Ozzie was not a home run hitter. Never hit 3-0, except in spring training. And it's amazing how they manage a lot the way they hit as there's a strike. Whereas you get offensive guys who hit some home runs, who are managers, 3-0, they're hitting.
Well, especially with a pitcher with good control, you pretty much know you're getting a fastball. You just have to make sure that you zone it in, if you like it, middle in or middle away.
He got a good pitch to hit there. Fouls it back, and very quickly Quentin, who has been in an 0-2 mode at the plate. But in this series, he is 3 for 6 with 2 homers, both of them over the center field fence. And that hit him. He didn't try to do that. That'll load him up.
That's the 3rd time in a game and 1 inning that Carlos has been hit. And there's no way there was any intention. It's just that he's a ball magnet. Right off his foot. It's supposed to be a back foot slider. Was a front foot slider. Hit for the 17th time, and he's pulling away from Juan Pierre in that department.
He'll blow his doors off. He'll leave him in the dust. And, of course, there was some controversy. Now, he was hit twice last night. This one was certainly not intentional. He didn't want to hit him in that situation. Now, this one was intentional.
That one aggravated Carlos a little bit, and Mike DeMuro warned both teams, which was a little hasty in my estimation.
Well, I talked about it last night. It was a jump to judgment by DeMuro. He had 3 options, and he chose the worst one.
Especially for John Danks, who gave up runs the next inning because he was worried about coming inside, maybe hitting somebody, and wind up getting tossed out of the game.
1-1 to count to A.J. A.J. 0 for 4. That was last evening. But his value was behind the plate with Danks. They really worked as a tandem, worked extremely well. Got him in a rhythm, kept him there, and put good numbers down. Big pitch right here, the 1-1. If that stays fair, it will. This game is tied at 1.
Well, in this ballpark, you can bet if it's going down the line, regardless of the spin at which it comes off the bat, it's going to roll into fair territory.
A.J. says a little retribution.
RBI number 34. Little squibber off the handle of the bat. And take a look at this ball. Looks like it's going to go foul. And then takes an abrupt left turn. Just beautifully into fair territory on the grass.
Don't stop now, boys.
This has been the history of Liriano in that you can put a little pressure on him early, he will give up some runs.
Anderson right there is trying to convince him, hey, you made a great pitch. That's just a pure luck right there off the bat of Pierzynski, trying to convince him that he's fine.
Well, Viciedo will have a big say in whether he's fine or not.
Just getting ready to say, this could be one of the defining at-bats for the Tank.
Yep.
This year. Right here. He's been scuffling lately, striking out a lot, and very quickly getting 0-2. Takes ball one. Attaboy.
That might have been the biggest part of the at-bat, the fact that he was willing to take one, because he doesn't have a walk this year. He's been swinging at most everything. And if he makes Liriano come to him, he can hit it awfully hard.
As hard as anybody. And the count 2-0. The catbird seat for the Tank Meister.
Should be a great time to pick up your first walk of the year if Liriano isn't close.
And the count 3-0.
One other time, Viciedo has been a 3-0. Pitcher came back to get him. Don't help him out.
There's one. Nice and easy, Tank.
As has been the case normally, if this one stays in the park, he swings. Let's see if he makes an adjustment tonight.
That ball hit high in the center field. Stretch! Stretch! Dadgummit, he just missed it. Gummit. Meanwhile, we'll go to the second, tied at 1.
Do you think Carlos Quentin is going to finish this season with? A is 25-30, B 31-35, C 36 or more. Text A, B, or C to 53695. Stick around for the U.S. Cellular White Sox postgame live for final results, or visit csnchicago.com.
So Mike Kadire will lead it off. Right side. Went under the glove of Beckham. So Kadire, the leadoff single.
This time Gordon actually dove over the ball as Kadire goes to the opposite field. He's been a good hitter in this series, and as you can see, that one just eluded him.
So the shift is on for Thome. Hitting at .267, 15 homers, 37 driven in. Jimmy had that White Sox uniform on. For a right-hander, they had a good breaking ball. Down and in, or just in, he had an awful lot of trouble with it.
Didn't have a whole lot of trouble away, though, especially if you're going to throw that fastball.
No, he started at the end there with us. He started going to the opposite field off the right-hander when they got the ball out over the plate. But as you had to do with Mauer, you got to pitch him in. You put the ball out over the plate to Thome. Well, there's a reason he's got 579 home runs.
Very strong man.
And the count 0-2. As we've talked about, with good hitters and good hitting ball clubs, you've got to get them looking inside. There's a reason they're good hitters, and there's a reason they're good hitting as a team. You have got to take control of the inside part of the plate. One and two the count. And they don't have to be for strikes.
Well, we told you that the Twins were the #1 hitting team in the American League. Royals second, but they don't have much thunder. The Rangers, who do have some thunder, in third.
There goes the runner. Nobody at second base.
That's the only problem with that shift is you've got to get coordination and you got to figure out who's going to be there. And AJ's probably going to get an error here, and it's not AJ's fault. All he can do is throw over the bag, and that should be predetermined, however, before the fact. And Kadire takes off. Now watch Alexi. He holds his spot, but he's the closest to the bag. Kadire now at third. Stolen base E2, not AJ's fault.
Nope. Nope. Well, Alexi had a play last night. Well, he's not used to playing over on that side of second base. So now the infield, they're halfway, which is in, as that's going to get the job done. So the single, the stolen base, the error. And Kadire makes it a 2-1 Minnesota lead. So they made some mistakes last night, and we have already made a mistake, cost us a run right here.
Thome drives in his 38th of the year in the towering fly ball.
Delmon Young hitting at .317, 14 homers, 84 driven in. Yeah, if you missed that game last night, Minnesota made 5 mistakes in that ball game that gave us 4 runs.
Well, this is the best defensive team in the league, and normally they're one of the best executing teams. They just had a game last night that Ron Gardner would just as soon forget.
That's a little slap single. A little duck snort into right field by Young. So with 1 on, 1 out, that'll bring up Valencia. Danny hitting at .321. 1 homer. He's driven in 15. He is 1 for 8 in this series.
Delmon Young has terrific speed, but he's not a good base stealer. 4 out of 7 as far as base stealing is concerned.
Little slider strike right there to Valencia. And that's high.
Kevin has not had his good curveball come to him yet. Hopefully it will in the not too distant future.
Decent lead by Young, and that ball into center field. Alex coming on, making the catch, stayed right with it.
Got Valencia positioned well. He was a step or two into right center field and then took off with the crack of the bat, ran that one down about knee high. I think Valencia thought that was going to be a base hit. But Rios has played a great center field this year. He gets a good jump on this, puts it away easily, and Young has to scamper back to the bag. So Cassie is playing because J.J. Hardy hurt his wrist again last night.
Switch hitting infielder. He's been a good player against us. He has hurt us, especially over in that Metrodome.
A very good player all year long for them this year. Hasn't had an opportunity to play too much. There's J.J. Hardy on the bench. You see it playing his 45th game.
Pretty good pitch, didn't get it.
That ball looked like it came back. Did not get the benefit of the call from Tim Welke.
Not too many guys going to call the inside strike. Now, Mike DeMuro did a good job of that last night. Ooh, he almost gave it to him too quick. Meanwhile, a gift run crosses the plate after an inning and a half. 2-1 Twins. Is on demand with Xfinity TV from Comcast. So don't miss the action. Call 1-800-XFINITY today. 2-1 Minnesota lead here in the bottom of the second inning. Last night they made some mistakes and gave us some runs. We just reciprocated.
Now you got to come back against a pretty tough left-hander in Liriano, and the offense, especially the right-handed aspects of it, really have to take advantage of if he does start walking folks.
Fakes the bunt, takes the strike. And the count 0-2. Omar 0 for 3 lifetime off Liriano. Omar comes in hitting at 288, a homer. He has driven in 21. Drops that one foul. And a reminder that Sunday, August 29th, Sox against the Yankees. You can join the White Sox as we pay tribute to one of our most beloved players, the greatest hitter in franchise history, Big Frank Thomas. So come to USA Field and help us celebrate the Big Hurt's retirement, including bobbleheads for the first 10,000 fans, presented by Four Winds Casino. John Irwin and all the great folks down at the beautiful Four Winds Casino. That is Sunday, August 29th, Sox against the Yankees. That pitch up high. Frank Thomas there. 1-2 pitch. Softly hit. Casilla. 1 out. That'll bring up Gordon Beckham. Gordon hitting at .250, 6 homers. He's driven in 37. Buller staying on him, had him out in front. Good movement. There's a bullet. That's a hang whoop'em. Valencia.
Terrific play by Danny Valencia as he took a double away from Beckham. It's our Allstate good hands play of the game. High cutter. Gordon trying to take it down the line, but Valencia right there to make the play. And defensively, Valencia has been terrific at third base. 1 error all year. This is 43rd game at that position.
Juan takes first pitch strike. And the count 1-1. Francisco Liriano, 26 years old, 6'2", 215 pounds, out of San Cristobal in the Dominican, now resides in Miami. Gets a nice little Bolingbrook bounce right there. And very quickly, a 1-2-3 inning. And after 2, we trail by 1.
Throughout the ceremonial first pitch, he's one of the new designated players recently acquired by Chicago. We understand the Fire worked hard for 2 years to acquire Castillo, who's a Mexican international star. He's got a huge fan base here in the Mexican-American community.
No wonder he got such a nice hand.
A terrific hand. And there's a lot of people. This is the biggest crowd of the 3.
Span grounds it. Nice little soft ground ball down to Paulie. 1 out.
That was a good curveball by Gavin Floyd, and that's a good sign because it's the first one that he's thrown that broke sharply.
Here's Hudson. He homered. His 5th of the year in the right center field bleachers. 2-3-0 for their guys, 1-2-1 for our guys. And there's the strike.
Twins are going to do a reassessment of Justin Morneau tomorrow. And they've got a nine-game homestand coming up. They're going to know a whole lot more about when Morneau is going to be ready after the reexamination.
There's a broken bat. Going to hurry. I don't think so. Real close play at second. Reynolds calls him safe.
A broken bat. Gordon has to hurry. Gets it across. Bang, bang, play at first. We'll take another look at it. Look from that angle like he got him.
Look from real time like he got him, too.
Hudson now 2 for 2.
Well, I just hope that does not jump up and bite us from behind. Yes, because here's Mauer. First pitch strike.
Hudson successful 7 times of the 9 times he's tried to steal. Doesn't have the speed he once had, but he chooses his pitches very well. Since July 3rd, Joe Mauer has really picked it up in the absence of Justin Morneau. Big things are the runs batted in and the runs scored. He's doing a great job of both, right in the middle of a very productive lineup.
Oh, Gavin got away with one, but I'll tell you, you can get away with some pitches from Mauer if, in fact, you got him looking a little bit inside. That ball is his wheelhouse right there.
That usually ends up either in left center for a double or down the line for a double. This time he fouled it straight back. Matt Cooper watching Gavin Floyd make his 44th pitch.
And there's a shot, so two men on.
Well, that was a fastball inside. Now we're able to take it right back up the middle.
Well, it tailed back.
It tailed back.
Just enough to where he could reroute the bat.
Now AJ out to have a word with Gavin. Wants to remind him of what set of signs they're going to use with a man on second base. Kubel's grounded into 12 double plays this year, although he does have the uppercut swing of a home run hitter.
Kubel struck out swinging on a fastball.
Well, they had a shot that time, but Gavin would have had to have gone right to the bag when Alexei got between Hudson and the bag. And you see right there, if he turns, he's got him. If he turned, didn't get the throw off, you got to be ready to make that throw.
Drops that slider down. Nothing in one to count to Kubel. Two on, one out. And there's a strike, so they count 0-2.
There's still a chance to go in back of Hudson. He takes a fairly good lead off of second base.
Stay in there, guys. Stay in there. Nope, going away. 1-2 the count.
See, Hudson takes his lead straight back. Makes it look like a shorter lead than it is. Then he comes in to get parallel with third base. It's going to be a wild pitch for Gavin Floyd as he tries to throw that curveball down and in, the 8th wild pitch of the year.
Gavin looking for the punch out right here. Fires that one over in and out of the Twin dugout.
It scattered a few folks.
Big spot in this game, right here, right now. He gone. Big strikeout, 2 down.
Kubel down twice on strikes. Good curveball. That one dipping out of the zone. The infield back conceding a run. And Kubel needing only contact. He doesn't get any.
Here's Kadire. Hit a little soft ground ball in the hole between first and second. Beckham dove for it. Overdove just a little bit. Ball went underneath his glove. Then he stole second with a shift on. There was nobody covering. Ball went into center field, so he gave him a gift run on the sacrifice fly by Thome.
That's a balk. You can't do that. He went into his motion, and for whatever reason, he stopped. And that was an easy one to call.
So we give him another run. And it's 3-1.
And I don't think Gavin realized what he did here. You can't do that. You have to step off. Once you go into that motion, you've got to complete the throw, even if you just lollipop it outside.
First balk of the year on Floyd.
And a very bad time for it.
Well, that was just a brain cramp.
Yep.
Well, the wild pitch, then the balk. Nice block right there by A.J. Gavin's got to get his head together right here.
I think Don Cooper, when he doesn't get to Dyer, if he doesn't, he's got to go out and talk with him, because right now he's all over the place. You've got to get him back to concentrating on the job at hand, which is keeping this game at 3-1. Because this inning could easily get away from it.
That's a can of corn. But another gift run crosses the plate. We have given them one in the third, one in the second, and they lead it 3-1.
who was the only player in Twins history to hit 2 home runs in 1 inning. And the hint is last season. We showed you Kubo. We showed you Kadire. So maybe that's 3 hints.
We got some work to do. We trail it 3-1. We have given them a couple, like they gave us 4 last night. So here's Alexei. Takes that changeup down low. Alexei grounded out to his counterpart, Alexei Casilla. There's a strike and the count 1-1.
First year in the major leagues for Liriano, 2006. He was 12-3 with a 2.16 ERA and some of the nastiest stuff you'd ever seen. Then he hurt his elbow and sat out 2007. Had the Tommy John surgery. I remember talking to Terry Ryan at the time in the Arizona Fall League, and I asked him what was the prognosis. He said not too good. He's going to have that surgery, but he's going to come back. The elbow's going to be stronger than it was before, and he thought he'd come back with pretty close to the same stuff that he had.
Lays off of it upstairs and count 2-1.
Last year, a very disappointing year for him. 5-13 with a 5.90 ERA. 24 starts, 29 appearances. And most of them not too good.
Ball hit hard. 1 hopper. Valencia's got it. One out. And that'll bring up Alex Rios. Scalded one in the hole between third and short and came around to score on an infield single by Pierzynski.
Liriano, a lot like our 2 left-handers, Burley and Danks, in that when he pitches, because of that slider into the right-handers, the left side of the infield gets a whole lot of work.
And the 1-0. He calls it a strike.
Alex can't believe that one. Take another look at it.
Maurer didn't think it was.
No,
he tried to jerk it down.
He yanks it back about a good 6 inches.
Well, all of a sudden now he's in the hole.
He did go through far enough on that one, and Jim Reynolds on the call.
Well, there's no question about that one. The first one, no question about the first one either. It was a ball. And the count 3-2.
You don't really have to watch the umpire at all or watch where the ball is. The catcher's going to tell you when it's a strike and when it's a ball. If you watch his glove, and if he frames it, doesn't move the glove, he thinks it's a strike. If he tries to bring it back, he thinks it's not.
Jazz got a piece of it. Payoff. There's a chopper softly hit. 2 down. And a reminder, this is your chance to win an A.J. Pierzynski jersey and tell the Sox what you think. Simply log on to your computer and take a quick survey. Your answers are very confidential, so visit whitesox.com/survey. You must complete the survey before tonight's game ends. So here's Paulie. Ball he walked. Shanks that one. And the count 0-1.
Last 18 games, Paul's had a power surge. 12 runs batted in, 12 scored, 7 home runs.
And very quickly the count 0-2. Last thing you want to have is Liriano get into a rhythm.
Well, especially zeroing in the inside corner to the right-hand hitter.
That's the rhythm. Yep. The numbers will bear it out. Left-handers don't do a whole bunch with him. Hitting at 197. Right-handers hitting at 261. That'll tell you primarily he's a fastball, slider, pitcher.
Very few changeups. He'll throw the occasional, but not too often.
And he calls him out. That is 7 in a row retired by Liriano.
Taco Bell, open 1 a.m. or later.
Breaking ball strike to Jim Thome. Leading off here in the top of the fourth. 0-1 the count. 3-5-0 for the Twins. 1-2-1 for our guys. Thome, sacrifice fly. Can't get that breaking ball down and in. That's where you got to stay. And it doesn't have to be hard. You can take a little something off to ensure the big break. Tried to backdoor him on that one.
Got to be careful on that backdoor curveball that you don't give too much of a plate. Because most of Jim's hits this year have come to left field.
Another close pitch, didn't get it in there. And he got too much of the plate with that.
That was one of those curveballs that you get too much, and it was rifled back at him.
So the leadoff man aboard.
Thome drills it right back over his head.
Here's Delmon Young, hit a little duck snort into right field. Not holding Tony on as there's first pitch strike. Giants beat the Cubs 8-7. Out at AT&T.
Baltimore is behind late in the game. That's news.
Good breaking ball and the count 0-2. Can you do it? Yes. Rack 'em up.
Little tapper to shortstop, and Delman Young grounds into his 11th double play. Beckham gets rid of it very quickly. He did it there an eyelash ahead of Young. This has to be turned fast by Beckham. And he got it there in the nick of time.
So here's Valencia. He had a line drive that Alex came in and made a nice catch on. Stayed with it as he takes strike one. Outfield straight up. 1-1 to count. And a reminder, every White Sox Friday home game is United Flyaway Friday. Each Friday home game, one lucky fan will have the chance to win 2 free round-trip tickets to anywhere in the continental U.S. that United Airlines flies. United, proud to fly the Chicago White Sox. Mark Seipold, Mark Jr., Mike Corrigan, still on the DL. Two out, 2 balls, 2 strikes. He gone. Third strikeout for Gavin. We'll go to the bottom of the 4th, trailing by 2.
History to hit 2 home runs in 1 inning, and the answer, Michael Kadire, 7th inning, August 23rd of 09 at KC. Man you saw in your picture was a friend of mine, Jack Ruby, celebrating his 72nd birthday at the ballpark. Got his family and friends around. Got him some presents before the game. Year's supply of Polygrip, Metamucil.
Man. That's
Jack's
cold.
a happy man.
That's cold.
Looks like the great pumpkin tonight in that orange.
Jack. There he is. The count to Carlos. Carlos was hit by a pitch. What new? 17th time. There's that changeup. And the count 1-2.
Very few tonight. Many more fastballs inside. Huck, you've seen him now, and we're in the 4th inning, and he's mostly throwing the ball inside the right-handers. What would you do in that situation?
Well, you know, is that ball hit hard? The one thing about Liriano, or any left-hander who has this kind of stuff, you can't let him beat you inside.
And that's where he's going most of the time.
That's why we only got 1 run. And you can't let him beat you in there. You have to back off the plate. You have to. The better the pitcher, the more of the plate you got to concede. It's not the better the pitcher, the more of the plate you got to cover. You got to concede more of the plate to the better stuff. As the stuff gets better, the more plate you got to just pick and choose. You can't cover the whole plate on guys with good stuff.
Well, it appears that his comfort zone is on the glove side, which is somewhat unusual. In most pitchers, it's the arm side, which would be away to the right-hander, but he doesn't go out there too often. And if he does, it's early in the count, not late.
Most of the time, he's going to go away with a strong right-handed hitter. It's going to be with a changeup. He's going to try to get you inside with that fastball, what I call the Whitey Ford fastball that comes in off the plate, tails back, because he's got good movement on it. And that back foot slider. That down and in slider is absolutely devastating mentally to the right-handed hitter, the strong right-handed hitter. But you got a whole batter's box up there. You can actually create your own strike zone. You can move around anywhere you want to go in that batter's box.
Trying to force him out of his comfort zone.
Make him think. That's why you let a guy get in the rhythm. He puts it on cruise control because he knows where you're standing in the box every time you come up there. He knows what he's got. Mauer sees the whole thing, and it just develops for him.
Good sharp breaker right down the middle and turns into a strikeout.
Well, when you take that pitch, most of the time it's because subconsciously or consciously you're looking in. So anything that starts on the outside corner coming back to the middle, you're going to give up on. So here's A.J. A.J. got sawed off, hit a little nubber down the third baseline to State Fair. That was with the bases loaded in the 1st inning. Now, conversely, left-handed hitters only hitting 197 against this guy this year in 145 innings. It's all right for those guys to stand on top of the plate.
Well, his comfort zone is on that inside corner to the right-handers, outside corner to the left-handers, and that's primarily where he stays.
Yeah, left-handers are standing off the plate on Liriano or giving him too much of that plate with that breaking ball, that slider to work with. A.J. really hided himself. He got a cookie right there, just a little high, but he's hot. He missed it.
Bauer wants it low and away, and Liriano misses, gets it on the inner portion, a little higher than A.J. would have liked.
Yeah, he's hot. And the 2-1. In fact, I'll guarantee if you ask Liriano about left-handed hitters, he'll tell you he does not like left-handed hitters to stand on top of the plate. It makes him change his release point on his slider. He can't freewheel. And that's a fair ball. Down into the corner, so A.J. is going to cruise into second with his 20th two-bagger.
Liriano tried to go inside and got it just on the inner third of the plate, right down the line. No chance at all for Cuddyer. It rattles around. Young gets to it quickly enough, but not until A.J. coasts into second base.
Don't stop now, boys. We need a tally. As here's Tank. He just missed hitting a grand slam in the first inning. Count went to 3-0. Then 3-1, then 3-2, and here it comes. He just got underneath it, taking Bernard Span deep back on the track. 2 down.
Once here, ranging well wide of the bag. Liriano did something that was pretty astute on that play, because he knew that that ball was pulling Valencia to his left away from the third base bag, and Liriano, with no responsibilities, went to the bag and found Casilla right there with him.
All right, Omar, right man, right place, right time, right now. Good at 2-out single. As he takes breaking ball strike. Yeah, right-handed hitters who try to beat Liriano to left field are not giving themselves the best of it. One and one to count.
Of late, Omar has been very good with runners in scoring position overall this year. Pretty solid at 283.
Well, AJ's he's got to get a good lead and a good secondary. And that's into right field. Cooper coming on, piece of cake. And that'll retire the side. So we get the 1-out double by Pierzynski. Can't do anything with it. $5, and if you're the 500th texture, you could win $5 foot-long subs from Subway. 3-1 bad guys here in the 5th inning. Casilla and back to the top of the order with Span and Hudson. Casilla bounced out 3-1. Breaking ball, strike. And a reminder, make your plans to be here this weekend, tomorrow, Saturday, and Sunday for the Tigers. There's another strike. Tomorrow night, Mark Burley against Jeremy Bonderman. On Saturday, Edwin Jackson against Rick Porcello. And on Sunday, Freddie Garcia against Armando Galarraga. Be gone. That didn't take long.
3 curveballs and see you later. Strikeout number 4 for Gavin.
moment. Big White Sox shout out. And hope you're feeling better. To a big Sox fan, Randy Fedro. Get well, Randy. So here's Span. And that's into left field for a base hit. Watch out. Okay. Ball spun away from one. So good speed aboard. He's 18 for 21 in stolen bases, and somewhere in the sequence he will be off.
Fastball. A little too much of the plate, and he slices it inside out. See the spin as it takes an abrupt left turn. You're able to make a play, an old Span at first. 18 out of 21 in the stolen base department.
Hudson's 2 for 2. Home run in the first, and then with one out in the third, very questionable call at first base. It was close, there's no question about that. But it looked like they had him. Meanwhile, he was called safe, and he came around to score. But not without some help from us. Softly hit. Take the out right there. Yes. And 2 down.
Well, the question is here, do you pitch around Mauer? Take your chances with Kubel, who you fanned twice.
Mauer's 1 for 2.
That first base open, I think they're just going to walk him and take their chances with Kubel, especially the way Gavin has thrown to Kubel tonight.
Well, he's struck Kubel out on a fastball and a curveball. But you're talking about a 3-time batting champ. And the best left-handed hitter in this league. And Kubel sitting over there. He's not thinking about those first 2 strikeouts.
Nope.
He's licking his chops right now.
Not a bit.
So they are putting him on. A reminder, join us tomorrow night for Elvis Night. Tomorrow night, Elvis Night, as the Sox take on the Tigers at 7:10. And afterward, enjoy post-game fireworks presented by Frito-Lay. So for tickets, call 866-SOX-GAME or visit whitesox.com. And that's tomorrow night. Always a great night here at beautiful U.S. Cellular Field. I love that hat. That's a keeper. So here it is, 2-on, 2-out Kubel. A very dangerous hitter. Breaking ball strike. Might be able to flip that first one up there. Miss with it up a little bit, even though he got the strike called, but comes back, fouls that one away, and very quickly 0-2.
That was a little cutter inside on Kubel's hands. Good breaking ball in the dirt right now might get the job done. AJ's going to have to make sure he smothers it if they decide to go there.
A little too high with that fastball. The 1-2 pitch. No advance. And the count 2-2. 3-7-0 for Minnesota. 1-3-1 for our Sox. Either slow low or hard high. Slow low. Paulie takes it himself. Nice pitch. Nice sequence right there, as Steve called to Kubel. And they get out of it. We're halfway home. We got some work to do.
Nice thought.
Beckham will lead it off. Gordon 0 for 1. He hit a screaming Mimi. I mean, just about as hard as he can hit a baseball. Danny Valencia made a very good play on. Terrific reaction, as if you miss that, poof.
Line drive. Headed for a double. Didn't work out that way.
There's that changeup. Blown away. And the count evens at 1. This game for the American Central Division lead tonight. Both teams coming in, if you're just joining us, at 64 and 50. 14 games over. And the count 2-2. That's high. Don't help him out. Tigers 9 games back, and they are idle tonight. There's the dreaded leadoff walk. Good at bat right there by Gordon. And we go back to the top of the order with Juan Pierre, who was 0 for 2.
Liriano tried to work him entirely away, and he doesn't have a mastery of that side for the right-hand hitters. Shaking his head because he went to his weak side to try to get him and put him on first base. Good way to start a rally.
Got Valencia in on the grass at third. Outfield short, swung around to the left. A lot of room out there in right center. One tried to bunt his first at bat and hit a little soft pop-up that Maurer just moved one step and made the catch. And this Saturday at 6:05, Sox against the Tigers. First 20,000 adults age 21 and over will receive a beer vendor bobblehead, courtesy of Miller Lite. So for tickets, call 866-SOX-GAME or visit WhiteSox.com. Beer vendor bobblehead night, Saturday, 6:05 against the Tigers. Takes a strike. Big pitch right here. Draws it back and takes ball 2 to advantage Pierre. Liriano, not a big guy at 6'2", 215, but I'll tell you, he's got some shoulders on him. Big shoulders. Slapped into, drops the ball. Boy, Gordon all over that one.
And Young didn't have to slide on that one. I'm not sure why he did, but it was that slide that moved his head, and the ball just dropped out of his glove. If he's standing up, he's going to catch that knee high. But with this slide, it cost him what should be an error.
And they give him a hit. Wow, we'll take it. Don't stop now, boys. Let's go. Here's Alexei. He's grounded to short. And then he scalded one down to Valencia at third. Takes the bunt.
Bunts it right between his legs, I believe. The head of the bat's up. That part's good. But then he drops the head of the bat and tries to jab at it, which isn't good. You can't move back and bunt. You have to get up in the front of the box, try to catch the ball with the bat.
Corner's in close. Got a big hole on the left side as he takes high and wide, 1-1. Let's keep the pressure on him. Maybe he'll wilt. It's a big at bat right here. There's a good one. There's a real good one. There's a real good one. Safe. Yeah.
Great bunt by Ramirez. That time he put it in a perfect spot. Liriano couldn't get to it. Maurer couldn't get to it. And by the time Valencia got to it, even with a very strong arm and a perfect throw, he couldn't get him. Great bunt by Ramirez. And it loads him up with nobody out.
Don't stop now, boys.
Well, maybe it's all even at first base now, because I think he got him.
Sacks packed with Sox for Alex. Rios, 1 for 3, a rocket single, and a run scored back in the first inning.
I think Ron Gardner talking to Rick Anderson to get somebody up in that pen, perhaps.
Strike. Made a real good pitch on him right there. And a good job by Alex just to take it.
That's a good pitcher's pitch, and the only thing you can do with that is probably hit a ground ball into a double play to the right side.
Now they're going to come to the plate and go to first. No, he'll hold it.
Well, Mauer couldn't get an angle on the throw, and that's probably the only reason why he didn't go to first. So now Mauer is talking it over with Tim Welke. And we'll see what he was concerned with. This looks like it's going to be a 1-2-3 double play.
Well, he can't be concerned with that. He can't be moaning about Alex running inside the line, because all he's got to do is throw it and hit him, and he's out. So it's up to Paulie.
If he throws him and hits him square in the back,
he's out.
It's going to be a double play. By holding on to the ball, you're not going to have any type of interference.
Paulie has walked and struck out. Big at bat right here.
That was a big break. See if we can make them pay for not turning the double play.
Good pitch right there. Nasty down in the end. Wow. That's a mind easer right there for Liriano.
Another good slider.
And now Paulie is in the big hole.
Yep. But with 9 wild pitches from Liriano, he could very well bury this one in the dirt.
Two down.
Three pitches, 3 sliders, 3 strikes, and a big out. That one out of the zone. That one cut the plate. And another one out of the zone.
All of them coming in. We talked earlier, you cannot let this guy beat you inside if you're a right-handed hitter. So it's up to Carlos. He was hit by a pitch, and then he struck out. Only 3 strikeouts for Liriano. A little bit of a late call right there by Wilkie. And that ball appeared to be, let's see what Mauer does with it. What he thinks. He thinks it was inside.
He dragged it a long way back. It appears to be over that inside corner.
Well, that is such a huge call. It's amazing.
Especially when he can bury that slider low and in like that.
Now, when the umpire gives a guy a pitch inside like that on the first pitch, all of a sudden you are at a huge, huge disadvantage. I mean, it just almost takes the bat right out of your hand. And the count 0-2. Gonna bristle up, bow your neck right here, Carlos. Anything inside coming down with that slider, he's in trouble. Fights that one off.
Tries to throw a fastball by him inside.
Well, you got to be swinging because Welke called that first one. It was well inside. Mauer pulled that ball back 4 or 5 inches. And that's chopped foul. Watch the location on this one. That ball was almost down the middle of the plate. But low. Carlos going to have to get himself another new piece of maple. Cinch it up, hunker down right here, 20. High and wide, 1 and 2. Just got a piece of it.
He's battling and spoiling some very good pitches. 90 pitch mark for Liriano. Not through the 5th inning quite yet.
Bases loaded, nobody out. We'll go to the 6th, still trailing 3-1. Net is Alex Rios and the Sox. battle Miguel Cabrera and the Tigers. That's coverage begins at 12:30 with Philco. White Sox pregame live. White Sox Tigers Sunday at 12:30 on Comcast Sportsnet, fans' best friend. Breaking ball strike to Mike Dyer, who is 1 for 2. Stolen base, run scored. If you're just tuning in, we gave them the run in the second. We gave them the run in the third. They gave us 4 last night. We came right back, giving them 2 here in the rubber match of this 3-game set. They didn't need any in the first game. They hit 5 home runs. 1-2 the count. Well, you couldn't have had a better scenario. You get the bases loaded, nobody out, and your 3rd, 4th, and 5th place hitters coming to the plate.
And he got them basically the same way. Low in, low in, low in.
Yeah, and we talked about it. You just cannot let Liriano beat you inside if you're a right-handed hitter. That's the first thing on your mind coming to the ballpark.
That last stop by Mauer was a good one, as Liriano fanned the final 2 in the inning. That pitch to Carlos probably bounced 3 feet in front of the plate.
You don't think guys go to the ballpark when you were pitching? I'm talking about when you were going good, trying to figure out how they were going to beat you on your curveball?
Oh, sure. They knew they were going to get it, just like you know what you're going to get with Liriano.
Exactly.
Yep.
Exactly. That's when most hitters formulate their plan on their way to the ballpark. They envision Liriano's best slider down and in, right-handed hitters. His fastball, his best fastball. Changeup really did not come into play that much with him, as that is just served into the seats in right field. Souvenir. As you drive the ballpark, you're thinking, how can I be dangerous against this guy? How can I not let this guy beat me? Two and two the count. He gone.
Guessing breaking ball all the way, and he took a fastball for a strike.
Well, here's Tomey. He's 1 for 1 with a sacrifice fly. Had a curveball out over the plate and hit a bullet right back through the middle. Turns it loose right there on that fastball. Stay right there. Just take a little something off. And if he hits it hard, it's going to be foul. To the backstop and the count 1 and 2.
That little cutter in on his hands.
And it was a strike. That's a couple times they've had a pitch in there on Tomey that Walkie did not call.
Well, bouncing off A.J. Shingards is Gavin throwing his good breaking ball in the dirt.
Watch this pitch. That ball had the front corner of that plate. So the count remains 3 and 2. And he walks him. Strike on Rios. Flip a coin. Flip a coin. So here is Delmon Young. Young, a little duck snort into right field, and then he hit into a 6-4-3 double play. A good double play turn by Alexei, and a good turn right there by Beckman. As that's low and away. And this will be pitch number 99 coming up for Gavin. And it's a strike. Yeah, we talked about it yesterday. This thing's going to go right down to the wire. Last 3 weeks of the season. Ate him up. Good movement. Last 22 games, Twins have 12 on the road. Last 22 games, Sox have 6 on the road. That's where we're going to win.
It's the tail end of a long road trip for the Twins, which turns into a fairly substantial 9-game homestand as they're going home after this game.
Broken bat flare. Carlos cannot make the play. So another duck snort by Young. It'll look like 2 line shots in the paper tomorrow.
Carlos comes in and actually slides to the side. How did Mays, DiMaggio, and Mantle ever catch the ball without sliding?
Here's Valencia. He is lined to center and struck out. That looks like he's a pretty tough out at the plate. Hard hit, sucked up by Omar, and rack him up. Omar makes it look easy down there. Meanwhile, Gavin pitches out of it. We'll go to the bottom of the 6th. We got to crank it up again. Back in 2007, on this made
Major League record for retiring 41 consecutive batters. Mark Buehrle got that record at 45. And his ended in the Dome in Minnesota.
Yep. Perfect game against Tampa Bay. Next start at the Twinkie Dome. Picked it right up where you left off. We got to pick it right up where we started, not left off, started last inning. Got the bases loaded, nobody out if you're just tuning in, and didn't get a ball out of the infield. In fact, didn't get a ball past the pitcher's mouth. First pitch strike. AJ's 2 for 2 with an RBI. Infield single in the first, and then a double with one out in the fourth.
Ed Guerrero listening up in the bullpen.
Bring him on.
We saw him in the first game of the series. Threw 2 perfect innings in relief of Scott Baker.
Well, we let Liriano off the hook in the first, and we let him off the hook last inning. Both times stranding the bases loaded. And there's a good way to start it, a bullet. AJ is 3 for 3.
AJ's had by far the best night against Liriano, who's found some difficulty in getting that ball away from him.
So here's Viciedo. He's 0 for 2. He just missed hitting a grand slam to end the first inning. Deep in the center field. High towering drive, and then he grounded to third. His next at bat. Not good right there. Not good on the first pitch. Ball well outside the zone. And the count 0-2. And he pops him up. 1 down. And that'll bring up Omar, who has grounded to short, and then hit a little soft line drive into right field. Get by him. It will. It's a fair ball. AJ's going to make the turn. He'll go into third on the double by Vizquel. Ducks on the pond, 1 out, and that'll bring up Beckham.
Valencia off the line, not thinking that Omar is going to pull this ball. Both the ball and the bat are fair. The runners at second and third, the tying runs aboard for Gordon Beckham.
Gordon 0 for 1 with a walk. He started off that 5th inning with a good at bat, drawing a walk from Liriano, just the second base on balls he's issued. Don't stop now, boys. There it was. Made a good pass at it just underneath it. Our one at the end, he missed right down the middle.
284 with runners in scoring position, but lately 500. In a situation like this, infield back, they're going to concede the run on a ground ball. Gordon looking for a little more than that because he's seen Liriano pretty well tonight.
At first at bat, hit it just as hard as he could. Beautiful play by Valencia at third. Way high, 1-1.
At the century mark, we're going to face Liriano in Minnesota, so he might as well tack a few runs on him, give him something to remember next time he goes to the mound.
Big pitch right here. And the count 2-1. And another trip to the mound by Mauer. The 2-1 pitch. Nasty.
Going to touch that one. That slider low and in. Best pitch he's thrown to Gordon tonight in all three at bats is this one.
One out, Ducks on the pond. And again, Mauer's going to go to the mound.
Tim Wilkie is just standing behind the plate. Joe's not going to leave unless Wilkie goes out there and gets him.
Common occurrence for the twin catcher. He is the league leader in trips to the mound, followed closely by Jorge Posada.
Pudge Rodriguez makes a lot of trips also, but he's over in Washington.
Ball gets by, and it hits him or what?
He hit him.
So the ball's dead. A.J. has to go back.
Right off the top of the left foot. It's between the legs of Tim Wilkie. And Gordon aboard.
So here's one. He's 1 for 3. Sacks packed again. Third time in this ball game for our Sox. Last inning, sacks packed with nobody out, couldn't score. First pitch strike.
There's two left-handers in the lineup, and together they've got 4 hits off Liriano. So the left-handers have fared very well tonight. Something left-handers haven't done well all year.
Tops the foul, and now he's in the big hole, 0-2. Good 2-strike hitter right here, Juan. Alexei Ramirez on deck. Very lively crowd here at US Cellular Field tonight. And here's the 0-2 pitch. That's into center field. Span coming on, makes the catch. Nobody's going anywhere. Ball is blocked.
Well, Liriano was not in good position for that one. Liriano was so close to Mauer that if Mauer doesn't knock it to his right, that's going to be a run. Common occurrence for pitchers not knowing where to back up and how far back they have to be. Good play by Span. He's got everything going for him, coming straight in. Little looper to center field. And Liriano very slow to get back there, and he wanders right in the middle of the dugout to start with. See how close he is to Mauer? That's a real bad place to be, folks. Gets very lucky. Gardner comes to the mound.
We got the right man coming up.
And that's going to be it. Gardner has had enough. He apparently thinks we have the right man, at least against Liriano. So that's it for Liriano at the 106 pitch mark. And with the bases loaded and Matt Guerrier coming in, we're going to step out and be back after these messages.
Exclusive offers and chances to win great prizes like autographed jerseys and baseballs. Now you can text SOX to Shy Sox. That's 244-769 to enter to win an autographed A.J. Pierzynski baseball, and standard text and data rates apply. Visit WhiteSox.com for official rules.
It's our Lexus Pursuing Perfection call to the pen. And with the bases loaded and 2 out, it's Matt Guerrier coming in. On for the 54th time, 2-7 record. Good ERA, 3.27. Lexi's had some luck with him during the course of his career. And a base hit most likely ties it up.
Man, right spot, right time, right now, Lexi. Good take, took it nicely. Lexi 1 for 3, that beautiful bunt single last inning. Outfield straight up. Valencia back. A few steps off the line at third. Pulled the string on him and had him way out in front.
Good straight change.
Big pitch coming up. The 1-1. A high pop-up, and once again we're going to strand the bases loaded. We have stranded 10 men through 6 innings. 2010-2011 season go on sale Monday, August 16th at 10 a.m. So don't miss your chance to see the Blackhawks defend their Stanley Cup title. For details, go to ChicagoBlackhawks.com. That's Ticketmaster.com or call 800-745-3000. If you're just tuning in, both teams will be running the first of a home run by Hudson for them. RBI single, infield single for AJ for us. Then we gave them a run in the second. We gave them a run in the third. And since that time, well, we stranded 10 guys through 6 innings. Bases loaded 3 times. And here is Alexei Casilla. Takes first pitch strike. And the count 0-2. Casilla has bounced out 3-1 and struck out.
Overall, Gavin Floyd has not had a bad night.
He's had a good night.
Chris Sale loosening up.
He's had a good night. We just gave him 2 runs.
We did on one of them being a Floyd balk, something that, well, he hasn't done all year. But the stuff's been good.
Well, he shouldn't have had the opportunity to balk to get the man in from third anyway. He shouldn't have been at third. 1-2. No, Gavin has been pitching terrific. Seeing. Well, that's not going to. That's off to go to Vizquel, so that's going to be a base hit. Casilla now on his way to second base, and he will get there.
It's going to be a tough play for Omar anyway because he gave ground, and Casilla from the left side gets down the line pretty quickly. Even if he catches this, giving the ground that he had to give, it was going to be a very long throw. You can see Mike DeMuro calling it fair all the way. But it goes a 2-base hit, and an ominous way to start for the top of the order here in the 7th inning.
Here's Span. He's 1 for 3. Takes it outside. That's high and wide, and the count 2-0.
There's Josh Duhamel and Fergie. Josh, of course, in the movie Transformers, as well as Las Vegas, which is a great series, and Fergie, as you know, with the Black Eyed Peas. Everything's terrific but that hat.
Not too many things going to look bad on her.
No, that's true. They just came in the booth to say hello.
There's the strike.
Black Eyed Peas have now become my favorite group, you know.
Really?
Oh, yeah. Just about a minute and a half ago.
With collard greens and a whole bit, huh?
Yeah, and Fergie.
Pretty girl. That's foul back, and the count 2-2. All right, got a bow your neck right here, big man. He's trying to get a job done, and well, you know it. He gone. Big out.
That breaking ball doesn't do anything. One of the few that doesn't do anything, but the fact that it actually backed up fooled Span. And any way you get him out, you get him out. 6 strikeouts for Gavin. And that a big one because Span was up there trying to hit the ball to the right side. And no contact.
So here's Hudson. He's 2 for 3, a homer. That coming in the first inning. His 5th homer of the season. Takes first pitch, strike.
Tonight's in-game box is presented by Mass Mutual.
That's low. The ball is striking out here in the top of the 7th inning. 3-9-0 for their guys, 1-7-1 for our Sox. Big swing and a miss on that one, and the count 1-2. Joe Mauer on deck.
Good stop by A.J. That ball diving down and in.
Well, both catchers have had their work cut out for them tonight with stuff like that. Terrific stuff by Gavin Floyd. Terrific stuff by Liriano. And Mauer and A.J. both have done some good blocking.
Probably the game plan, if you can get by Hudson, is put Mauer on again.
Long set and a 2-2. He gone. 2 down.
Strikeout number 7. Well, another break as that one again backs up. So that's one of the signs that Gavin stuff is starting to waver a bit. Especially at pitch number 117, 118, 119, and 120 that puts Mauer on board.
All right, as they put him on, a reminder, you can visit the official online shop of the White Sox. You can browse the largest selection of official gear, including the latest apparel, nostalgic memorabilia, and authentic classics for the whole family. So get your gear from the official source. Shop at WhiteSox.com. And here comes Ozzie. And Gavin has pitched well tonight if you're just tuning in. Again, what news? I tell you what, we got one heck of a pitching staff.
I don't think Ozzie's necessarily taking him out of this. I think he's saying, look, whatever you got, let's see it to Kubel. He'll be the last man you're going to face. If you got anything left in the tank at 122 pitches, let's see it here and let's get him out and turn it over to the offense.
Well, that's one reason I love Ozzie so much as a manager. He lets players become accountable. In other words, when he comes out of that dugout, not every time has he made up his mind to take somebody out. He will talk to you, and you can talk him into it if you can look him in the eye and he likes what he hears. So here's Kubel, 0 for 3. First pitch strike. There's that nice breaking ball that if it's hit hard, it's really going to be foul. That one's just chop foul.
That one had a little bite to it still. Evans got him down 0-2.
That ball hit deep in the left center field. Pierre back. There was just a roller, and it's a 3-run homer, and it's a 6-1 Minnesota lead. A roller.
Homer number 17, RBIs 71, 2 and 3. And that one didn't have much on it. Pitch 125 leaves the ballpark. And so does Gavin Floyd. And Chris Sale comes in and will step out and be back after these messages. And it is Chris Sale on for the third time. But those are the numbers combined, Class A and AAA, on a meteoric rise through the system. He's coming up. He's thrown the ball pretty well. And he'll deal with Michael Cuddyer, trying to get out of this seventh inning.
Cuddier's 1 for 3. Takes that breaking ball off the plate and the count 1-0. 6-10-0 for the Twins, 1-7-1 for us. And what has been a very frustrating game. If you're just joining us, we have stranded the bases loaded 3 times. And we have stranded 10 men through 6 innings. Two-one pitch. And that's out of play, right side.
You can tell this man was worthy of a #1 slot. He's got a good arm.
And that's popped up into center field. And that'll do it with a 3-run homer by Jason Cooper. 7th inning stretch. We got a lot of work to do. it 6-1. That ball hit high into left field, just underneath it. Okay. So 1 pitch, 1 out here in the bottom of the 7th. Alex now 1 for 4. He singled and scored back in the first inning. If you're just tuning in the 5th inning, we had the bases loaded, nobody out, and didn't even come close to scoring.
Also got a break on a double play that wasn't made. Liriano was in trouble all night. Wound up wiggling off the hook all night.
Well, he made some good pitches, especially in that 5th inning when he had to. That tip your cap to him. That's where that superior stuff is such an asset, because you can get the bases loaded and get yourself out of it. You can strike out some guys. These contact pitchers have a little more problem. The ball and 2 strikes to Paulie. Paulie is 0 for 2 with a walk.
Liriano didn't strike out anybody till the 3rd out and 3rd inning, and then saved his back-to-back strikeouts with a bases loaded situation in the 5th.
And there's a base hit. So here's Quentin. He's 0 for 2. He was hit by a pitch in the 1st, struck out in the 4th and 5th innings. We can get back into this thing. Just a little rally here, pick up a couple. As the strike is called. I don't think Carlos particularly cared for that one. Count evens at 1. And there's a high pop up. 2 down. And once again, a reminder, tomorrow night, Mark Purley against Binderman. Jeremy Binderman for the Tigers. Jamaica plans to be with us. On Saturday, Edwin Jackson against Rick Porcello. Sunday, Freddie Garcia against Armando Galarraga. Another big series. Yeah, from the rest of the way out, the last month and a half, it's going to be. Every series is big.
There you see it's on to Minnesota for a road trip. 6 games, Minnesota, and then Kansas City. And back home.
AJ, who was 3 for 3 with an RBI, pops it up. It's going to be a quick inning for Guerrero after giving up the 1-out single to Konerko. We'll go to the 8th, trailing by 5. At 6-1. Rubber match of this 3-game set. It'll be Thome, Young, and Valencia to face young Chris Sale. Talked about tomorrow night. Mark Burley against Jeremy Bonderman. If he can't make it to the ballpark, that game will be over WCIU, Channel 26 on Saturday. That game will be over WGN. And on Sunday, right back here on Comcast Sportsnet. So the Leprechaun, Mike Leary, is going to have a couple days off. His family will deal for wife Nicole. And the count 0-2.
You know, after that month vacation, working 3 days is exhausting.
Well, we got to talk with Big Jim Cornell about that. We got to get something done about that. 1-2 pitch. Ball hit hard. Look at the play by Alexi from his knees. Nice. Yes.
Jim just looking out there. Can't believe the play was made. Great effort. Instead of getting up, realizing that it was Jim going up the line, and he got him by plenty.
So here's Delwin Young. He is 2 for 3 and 2 of the prettiest duck snorts you ever want to see. You look in the dictionary and see duck snort, those 2 hits would have been right beside. Been some meal money, Delwin. Boy, he's had a heck of a year, hasn't he?
84 runs batted in, hitting consistently over 300. Passed his home run total of last year already.
Passed everything. Home run, batting average. And he's just 24 years old. 2-1 pitch. That's a broken bat. And 2 down. Here's Valencia. He's 0 for 3 tonight, but he has hit the ball hard. This goes to show you. Delman now 2 for 4. Valencia's 0 for 3, and he has smoked it twice.
He's hit in tough luck in this series. He's fielded very well. 1 hit to show for the entire series. Crane and Manship loosening up in the bullpen.
Fastball strike. He touched 99 on the gun here at the ballpark. That one touched 98. Tall, lanky southpaw Chris Sale. Very easy to see.
Imagine when he consistently gets that big league meal money. How hard he's going to throw it.
That's in the dirt.
This is one thin young man.
He and Alexi, bookends. Doug Lawman and his crew did a heck of a job. He gone. 1-2-3 inning for him. We'll go to the bottom of the 8th. It is 6-1. Bad guy.
And nobody out. Liriano on the mound. Little tapper right back to him. He goes home, but Mauer does not get the throw off. So it leaves him with 2 outs to get. Buries a slider low and into Konerko. Buries a slider low and into Quinton. Pitches out of the jam. And that has been the high defining moment of the game as Jesse Crain comes into this one. Not for the 51st time. ERA just over 3. And there it's a 5-run lead.
Sox fans having some fun. Meanwhile, everything's great. It's been a beautiful evening here in the beautiful city. We had a 1-1 tie after one, gave them one in the second, gave them one in the third, and then all of a sudden a 3-run homer by Kubel. But we're still not out of it as the Tank will lead things off. Tank is 0 for 3. And buddy Eddie Olczyk also getting on the leprechaun Mike Leary about the work.
Yeah, just he'd like him to work a little bit.
Yeah, work a little bit.
Not
more.
much, but a little.
Yeah. Curveball strike in the count 0-2.
Bobby Jenks loosening up in the pen. Looks like the night is done for Chris Sale, and it was a very impressive 4 outs.
Well, the young man, tall, lanky, hit 99, hit 98, had a good breaking ball. And that's going to give Ozzie a little more flexibility down in that bullpen.
And eventually he's got a very good chance of being a starter. But right now, in the role he fills, you don't have to have that third pitch.
Six, 10-0 for them, 1-8-1 for us. As he gets him, and that's out number 1. And a reminder, Saturday, August 28th, 6:05, Sox against the Yankees. First 20,000 fans in attendance will receive White Sox rally towels presented by Cardinal Fitness. So for game tickets, call 866-SOX-GAME or visit whitesox.com. Omar takes strike 1. Omar had a big double last inning. That put A.J. on third base. And Beckham was hit by a pitch to load him up. That ball hit high. Stretch. It won't. And that is out number 2. But if you're just tuning in, we stranded the bases loaded in the first, 5th, and 6th inning. In the 5th inning, bases loaded, nobody out. So here's Beckham. He's 0 for 1. He has walked, and he was hit by that pitch that I mentioned. And the 0-1 pitch. Breaking ball, got it up, and Gordon hit it up. Straight up almost. So it didn't take long. 1, 2, 3. We'll go to the 9th.
results so far. 31-35 for B. Has the lead at this point. There's still time to vote for how many home runs you think Carlos Quentin will finish the season with, A, B, or C. Again, final results will be shown on the U.S. Cellular postgame show. Bobby Jenks comes into the game. Bobby 1-3, ERA a tick over 5, on for the 46th time. And Ozzie just wants to see a little consistency in the control, in the breaking ball. He said this team is better with Bobby at the end of the bullpen. Bobby coming back from a few back problems.
Yeah, not major, but just enough to hamper him. So that's another thing. Ozzie wants just to ease him into that situation, see how that back responds. That's what you call getting sawed off right there. 1 pitch, 1 out. You see you now 1 for 4, but it was a big one. He doubled to lead off the 7th, and that started that 3-run inning.
Doesn't get much of the bat on this one.
Span is 1 for 4. For our guys in the bottom of the 9th, we got the top of the order. Coming up, we got Pierre, Alexei, Rios. Then hopefully Konerko, Quentin, AJ, Tank, and a few more. As they lead it 6-1. $33,237. And they're going to go home probably with their Sox 1 game behind the Twinkies. That's by Alexei. So the count got Bobby right there. And good speed aboard. 18 for 21.
Matt Capps loosening in the pen.
That's high.
Upfield straightaway, not overly deep for Hudson, who hit his first home run left-handed in the first inning. It was 5 overall.
And count 2-0. And count 3-0. So the 1 pitch out to Casilla, then the base hit on 3-1 to Span, and ball 4 to Hudson.
Now he's going to go out to talk with Bobby Jenks. I think he wants to find out if he's okay, because the last pitch a little awkward for him. And here comes Hermy.
That'll be it for Bobby. Well, the decision, this will probably make the decision on definitely who's going to be closing it out.
No doubt. Scott Linebrink will have as much time as he wants to loosen up. So as he comes in, we'll step out. We'll be back after these messages. This ball just kind of steered down and out of the zone, and he pulls up a little short. And Ozzie, concerned because he saw something he didn't like, looks out at him and asks him if he's okay. He wasn't. And so Ozzie takes Hermy with him. They talk with Bobby. He'll come out of the game. So our Lexus Pursuing Perfection call to the pen is Scott Linebrink. Comes out for the 36th time, ERA 4.35, total of 39 in the third inning. He inherits a couple of twins on base, already a 5-run deficit. And we've only got 3 of our outs to go. But first things first, you got to get out of this inning. This game was not without opportunities as far as our offense was concerned, but unfortunately, every time he was backed into a corner, Francisco Liriano had exactly what it took to get out of it. You don't usually get that many shots at him, but tonight we did and could not capitalize.
Well, the 5th inning really hurt. When you had the bases loaded, nobody out, and we don't even get the ball past the pitcher's turn. When you got your 3rd, 4th, and 5th place hitters coming up. But you got to tip your cap to the guy. I mean, he struck out Paulie, he struck out Quinn after getting Alex to have a little comeback to him. We caught a break because the double play wasn't turned. And couldn't convert. Last night we converted. They made 5 mistakes against us last night. We converted on 4 of them with 4 runs and won that game 6-1. So these are 2 good ball clubs. They will be battling all the way down the wire. And it should be a fun race for the fans.
I think it's going to be a great race, and we've still got, after this game, we've got 6 left with them. After Detroit comes in, we go there for 3. They come back to us one more time. And we have to pick it up in the division. That's one area where the Twins have been better than we have to this point. We have a lot of division games left. The road to the playoffs always goes through the divisions.
Well, if you can't handle your division, you're not going to get to the playoffs.
By that standard, if you take a look at what we've done so far, we are very fortunate to be where we are.
Well, in our division, we're going to be, after tonight, we're going to be 21 and 23. 2 games under.
They are?
And they're going to be 31 and 17.
They've done a pretty good job in the Central. We've got some work to do.
Well, that's the reason they're probably going to have a 1-game lead leaving here in this 3-game set. So, I like our ball club. You cannot play at the pace we were playing at. That's baseball. I mean, you just cannot. You're not going to win 25 out of every 30 games. You're going to go in sometimes. Now, the downtimes you go into, that's where you really got to make sure that you don't make mental mistakes and don't beat yourself. Because you're not going to swing the bats well like we were. You're not going to be pitching as well. We pitched pretty well in this little funk we've been in. But like we gave Baltimore the last 2 games of that series. We just gave them those 2 games. They win 3 out of 4. The opening game in this thing, we just got killed. That's all. What's going to happen? They hit 5 home runs and got beat 12-6. Two on, 1 out. 1-0 pitch to Mauer. There's a good strike on the inside. Mauer's 1 for 2 with a couple of walks, both intentional. He also has scored a run. Mauer 6 for 10 in this series. 6 for 11 in this series, excuse me. Two balls and a strike with Kupel on deck. And the count 3-1. Well, we did the same thing in essence in 05. We had that big lead. We've been playing tremendous baseball. But you knew it wasn't going to hold up, and all of a sudden we went into a funk, and here comes Cleveland. They were playing magnificent. Close that gap to a 1.5 games. And then we got that ball hit hard. Look at the play by Paulie. Mercy. That ball was absolutely scalded by Mauer. What a play by Konerko.
Well, we got to 3-1. Throws a fastball. 1-hop rocket right at Paul. Able to make the play. And for the moment, the runners move up, but not in.
Well, they're going to put Kupel on, I would imagine. No, they're not. You got first base open. You got Kadire on deck. So they're going to pitch to him. He got a cookie, and thank goodness missed it.
Bobby's having back spasms.
That's what Ozzie wanted to see. Yeah, how that back would hold up. That's into center field. Good pitch right there by Line. Great play by Konerko. We'll go to the bottom of the 9th. We need 5 to tie. You can visit csnchicago.com to submit your question, and maybe, just maybe, you might get an answer live on air. So don't miss U.S. Cellular White Sox postgame live with Chuck, Frank, and Bill immediately following the game on Comcast Sportsnet, fans' best friend.
Matt Capps comes into the game just to stay sharp and get an inning of work.
Now let's give them a thrill. Let's give them a finish right here, guys. We got the top of the order. Juan Pierre to lead it off, who's 1 for 4 tonight.
Those are the numbers with Minnesota. He had 26 saves with Washington and a 2.74 ERA in the National League. Come over here and done a pretty good job in this, his 7th appearance. Got a couple of saves as a member of the Twins.
So the outfield shifts around to the left. Young very shallow in left. Valencia in on the grass at third, and that pitch is high and wide. And there's a strike. And that's a can of corn for Young. One down. Mark Burley against Jeremy Bonderman tomorrow in the first of that set. With the Tigers were idle tonight. If you can't make it to the ballpark, that game will be over WCIU. Channel 26. Saturday, Edwin Jackson against Rick Porcello. That game on WGN. And on Sunday, Freddie Garcia against Armando Galarraga. And that game right back here on Comcast Sportsnet. Off day on Monday. And then we hit the road. Minnesota for a big 3-game series.
In Kansas City for a warm 3-game series.
Alexei, 1 for 4. Outfield straight up. 2 home runs in this ball game, one by Hudson in the first inning, and then a 3-run blast by Kubel in the 7th. The ball hammered, but foul. That's a Matabatacola.
He was left with barely the handle as he fouled the ball off him. And that fastball came in like a buzzsaw on the inside part of the plate. Oh, that one right off his foot.
One out and a 1-2 pitch. 2 down. So we're down to our last out. And here's Alex, who's 1 for 4. He singled and scored back in the first inning. Takes ball one. A lively crowd in the house tonight, 33,237. And just couldn't get anything going. And there's another Matabatacola, and that's going to be a base hit. Little duck snort, he'll take it. He's due a few.
2 for 5 tonight. Another fastball inside part of the plate. Another cracked bat. Hudson can't get to it, and the inning stays alive.
Here's Paulie. He's 1 for 3. He walked in the first inning. Keep it going, Paulie. Put a couple on the board here. They're not holding Alex on, and that pitch is fouled away. Souvenir right side, so the count now 0-2. Caps one of those fire and fall backers.
Nothing fancy about him. He just comes right at you and says, here, if you can hit it, that's fine. If not, well, then I get you.
That's just good old country hardball there.
Parlayed it into 28 saves combined this year.
So the 0-2 pitch. Just off the corner. It's Tom Pony. An attack of the sneezes. He sets out of play.
Histamine attack. Late histamine.
Well, once you get started, it's hard for you to stop.
Oh, yeah. Maybe by game time tomorrow.
Count hangs at 1-2 to Konerko. Long look in from Mauer, who will take his time putting down those signs. Pretty good pitch by Caps, fouled away. And another inside pitch just eats him up. Plenty of time, and this ball game is over. So the rubber match, we gave them a run in the second, one in the third. They had a 3-run homer in the seventh. The only thing we could muster, Stone Pony, was that run in the first.
There's so many opportunities. That was a frustration of this game. But at the end, the Twins wound up taking 2 of 3. So they leave with a game lead. Still plenty of time to go, and we're going to see them again in 3 games. But the Tigers stand in between us and them.
We stranded 10 men through the first 6 innings, 12 altogether. And let's check out our GMC player of the game. It is the 26-year-old southpaw Francisco Liriano. Had him on the ropes 3 times with the bases loaded, once with nobody out, and he just pitched his way out of it. Got to tip your cap to him, our GMC player of the game. So for my partner Stone Pony, Steve Stone, our director tonight, John Walsh, did a terrific job. Our producer, Mike Leary, our associate producer, Dave Ross, our technical manager, Mark Harper, the executive producer, Jim Corno Jr., also for the man who runs the booth here, the mayor, Mean Joe Groove, and up here in the booth with us, Frank Leone, Mike Mayer, Frank D'Amato. This is the Hawk